Hey, what's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Zertuche on one of my cameras that I was lucky to get back. I actually had broke this one off during cast, and right now this is me setting it up, going to put it out there, and I did not wet my line before the cast, which is my fault. I did not, you know, sometimes you forget the basics, and when you're in a hurry trying to get out there, you can make the biggest mistakes, and this one nearly cost me my underwater camera. So I cast it out, and I wanted to see if I could hear it break off or anything, and it was quick. There's the cast. Did you see it? Let me slow it down. All right, so I had to really slow it down by taking a screenshot. That's what it looks like when the line is connected. That's when it breaks off. So, yep, it was gone. So now that it's broken off, I'm sitting on the pier hoping that a big drum does not pick up this bait and take off with it. But let's see what kind of footage we can find and see what's going on. Yep. Oh, man. And this is eating me right here. God, on the pier sitting there not knowing what's happening while it's still cast out in that general area with another leader to try and catch my camera back. Obviously, I caught it back, but I don't know what's going on at this time. So.
Gotta bite, gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta line. I'ma call up the whole team.
Well, we can already see one of the first problems that we're going to have. Bait's not even in the camera range, and don't know what's going on, so keep looking and going from there. All right, guys. So a few things that I've noticed, And yes, I kind of fast forwarded through there because we've already seen that perch will tear up your fish. Whoa, hey! It's been pretty cool seeing them big old lumps of seaweed roll by. It reminds me of those Texas the weed balls that roll through. Oh man, I'm brain dead right now. What are they called? Anyway, so a few things. The current is moving. It's not crazy, but it is moving. The fish are hitting it, and they are jerking the bait up. But the surf weight that I casted this leader out with is holding ground. You know, it's not moving all over the place. It's not getting drugged. And like I said, and there's my main line right there. You can actually see the bait, the crab claw that I have on there, and the main line from when this was cut off. And obviously the current is pulling the main line down current, so that's why it's in view of the camera. So, with all that being said, we're still lucky that the camera has not moved, and we'll continue to film. So we'll see what happens. Here's a really interesting part of the video. If you look off to the left side of the screen, you'll see the hollow core start to come up start to float up. And I guess it's because of the current. It's right there at the corner. You can see it teeter-tottering back and forth. And yes, I've sped up this portion of the video because, I mean, it's a ton of perch action and stuff like that. Stuff you've already seen. But I wanted to point that out about the hollow core right there. You know, it's not sitting on the bottom. It's actually semi-buoyant and it's coming up. And maybe that's because the way the camera is set and the leader is set that it's not on the bottom, but we don't know. I'm just assuming that's so, and so the current is catching it, and you know, like a flag, you know, it's gonna go with the current kind of deal and not sit on the bottom. So that's just pretty interesting, you know, food for thought there. Well, the whole time that the leader and everything was out there, I was busy casting in that area and fishing it. And, when I would check my bait, I would retrieve it slowly to try to catch my leader. And I was hoping I would catch that on film before the camera actually died. So, to see how it actually looked, how I actually hooked up into it, and or how the surf weight drug across the bottom. And it didn't work out. So, this is what happened. The camera died, and then I caught it actually a few hours later. That's how I was able to retain the video. But again, check out the hollow core that's up on the side over here. And, it's floating. It's not sitting on the bottom. So that, really tells you something. A lot of the lines, when we have broken off, we were able to retrieve them and reattach them, especially when we were shark fishing, because the line didn't sink to the bottom immediately. So that's going to be a major bonus for you when you do decide to hook up and get the hollow core onto your reels. You're going to start to see a lot of savings in the long run. When you do break off, you do get cut off, and or you have to re-top off your line. There's no more knots. You catch your line back, you can reattach it, and it's so awesome of the hollow core braid being able to do that. And I wonder why it's so buoyant compared to the other braids. I mean, they're all spectrous. Maybe it's because the way it's woven that it traps a little bit of oxygen in the braid, and it's not sitting on the bottom. I mean, what is it? So we'll check it out.